Got some pain in their life, you can see it in their eyes. They're changing at night, underneath the dark skies. Forced to become something darker inside. You can feel the switch, feel the shift in the tide. They keep desiring something that's more inspiring. Their brains rewiring, old thoughts they start expiring. They're never tiring, no, now they feel the fight in them. They feel the fire sweep, take over entirely. They feel it growing, it's showing the feelings. They keep overflowing, always stoking the fire. Adrenaline is overloading, hit the mat like a fighter. They never let up, never throwing, giving to their desires. No, they keep working on their focus. They feel the temperature rise, now there is no place to hide. You better dig deep inside and find anything, everything that you could ever need. Every breath that you breathe, dedicated to believe.
Streets that they called home, not for the weak, left out in the cold. Watched all the sheep do what they're told. Sure they would feast one day on their bones. Going to the streets that they called home, not for the weak, left out in the cold. Watched all the sheep do what they're told. Sure they would feast one day on their bones. They took the form of a beast. 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 They're on call now, so you better watch out. Reborn now, took a new form now. Straight beast underneath what you see. They gon' eat anything, everything, make them bleed, cut them deep. A villain origin story, tangled with glory, now it's looking stormy. Off in the distance, hear the roaring, thunder pouring, there ain't no ignoring. What they called home, not for the weak, left out in the cold. Watched all the sheep do what they're told. Sure they would feast one day on their bones. Going to the streets that they called home, not for the weak, left out in the cold. Watched all the sheep do what they're told. Sure they would feast one day on their bones. They took the form of a beast. 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 They took the form of a beast.
Yo, how we doing? I've been on my Kuang Villan arc as of late. And truth be told, I don't care what god I play as long as I'm having fun. And the OP gods are not off the table anymore. Something pretty important to know with Kuang. He's a late game hyper carry that does a ton of damage early game. You shouldn't be scared. Pair your 2 with your wing shard, and he's just out trading most of the cast in the game. It's pretty well played by that Herc. Unlucky. If I were level 5, I'd tower dive there, but it was never meant to be. Every single game, this is the build I run with a few exceptions. I go Doom Orb into Telkines, then I go into Typhons. Movement speed paired with early game lifesteal just helps you get through the early game, which you're not even that bad at. But it makes it to where people have to rush the anti-heal if they want to have any chance of dealing with you. And then after Typhons, if I'm super fed, I go Ratatouille. If I'm not, I go Demonic Grip, and then I finish it off with Rod. One-stop shop, destroys all. Even if they have a huge amount of lifesteal on the enemy team or healing, I really don't prefer going Divine Ruin. I think Kuang is super strong at diving the backline. So I just want to try to be able to destroy them as quick as possible. And if I have to go front to back, I'm going to be the big damage dealer. I'm not going to be the one providing the anti-heal. That's just the way that I see it anyway. You can say that it's wrong, but I have my playstyle. So that gank was horrible. Missed both my threes, which Kuang 3, his cone is similar to Ymir Freeze in the sense that the closer they are to you, the harder it gets. And if they are point blank, you have such a small area to try to hit them. So don't feel too bad if you miss it, especially if people are purposely trying to juke it when they're so close to you. That's one thing. It's important to not always focus on the negatives. Know what you're doing wrong, but also understand that you're never going to be perfect. Thinking that you know it all and you're doing everything that you possibly can do, that's the worst mindset that you can be in, really. There is always room for growth. That's how you stay stagnant. That's how you fall off, really, in anything. When you think you're doing so well that you can't improve. I thought that slow would hit me, and I didn't really see the Herc too. I didn't know if the cooldown was back up. That was my fault. Brain got a little razzle-dazzled. Another thing with Kuang, you should never max your ult. Once you get 1 point into it, max all 3 of your abilities before you level it up again. So Kuang's Water Illusion is one of the best outplay abilities in the game. It lets you react to things that most gods can't react to. Something like a Lancelot ult, you can react to that before the cripple goes off. Herc 2, those are just examples in this game. You can jump out of Artemis ult. Thor ult, if they position it properly, it can be tough, but nobody really ever hits you dead center. Just because in order to do that, you kind of have to predict where the enemy's going to go anyway. And with a leap, you can pretty much dodge it all the time. I don't know why that Lance is trying to invade when they're 19-8. But hey. Also, I should have waited here. Their whole team was hitting me, you could tell. My team had full HP when I was dead. So they just wanted me gone. Beautiful poke. Love to see it. That's why I go hybrid. I don't go all attack speed on Kuang. Just because for fights like that, this build does so much better. Artemis is aggressive. I thought for sure she was going to get picked here. She did still stray from the pack. Yes, Lord. That execute is so strong. Unlucky. No knock up. Herc is definitely a menace to me, but everybody else on their team, they get rocked. I can kill everybody else. What is this guy doing? Kuang combos are so satisfying. I swear, eliminating people with your clone, just teleporting away and then blowing it up, just leaving them in your wake. Actually so cool. I panic beads, don't think that I needed to use it. I just didn't want to get 3 hit. Poor relic usage this game for sure. I don't know why we aren't diving their tower there. I'm sitting at tower line. Our tanks are pretty healthy aside from Ganesh. Which means half my tanks. Right. But still, I feel like we team wiped them. They should not have been trying to defend that T2. Like, sure, we lose a couple, but we get a Phoenix guaranteed. But guess what? The play still works out. There's more than one way to do it. They go pop. What a great play from Karan. I am the gatekeeper, Herc. That's what I was thinking there. Like, come on, buddy. Dash towards me. See what happens. That burst damage is crazy. Too bad the Titans aren't in their base. They surrendered, though. That was a fun game. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.